On this episode of the Virtual Press Box, I am joined by Nick Berry, and this week we will talk about how early or how long do you let a pitcher go for when there's a no-hitter / perfect game, the Kawhi Leonard situation, and then we will talk about our love for minor league baseball. And with comes the talk about minor league baseball, we will draft a minor league baseball team of active players, but we resurrect a defunct minor league baseball team. And then our Gimme 5 is 5 of the coolest names that we haven't used for our team that we're drafting here. But before all that, let's hear from Nick with W Energy.
That's right. The Virtual Press Box has partnered with W Energy and their patented jitter-free formula that makes them the next generation of energy drink. So head on over to wenergy.com, and when you get to checkout, after you picked one of their amazing flavors, make sure to use our coupon VPB2023. That's VPB2023, and get yourself 10% off on us. Now, let's get this show started.
And welcome back to the Virtual Press Box. I'm your host, Ricky Ramos. And as always, I am joined by Nick Berry. Nick, how are you doing today?
Doing good, man. Doing pretty good. Coming off of a national championship earlier in the week, sitting pretty. No, I'm doing really good. We, Cubs baseball is what it is at this point. We're not going to talk about Connor Bedard and the Blackhawks because 4 months till he comes back from that freak shoulder injury. So I'm not going to let that get me down right now. I'm coming off a high of, we've talked numerous times on this show about video games, sports video games specifically. And, we have an online dynasty, me and some friends of mine that we've done it for years, even going back to the old NCAA games. And finally, I think after 7 years into our dynasty, the Illinois Fighting Illini, ILL, hoist the national championship trophy. So fittingly, it's the last season of our dynasty as the rest of the guys move on to 2027. I've decided to stay in 2026 and just keep this momentum going. So,
okay.
What about you, man? What have you been up to?
I've been playing a whole lot of MLB The Show because Mets baseball is something that just irritates me to no end. Given there's one team in the NL East the Mets have a winning record against, and somehow it is the Atlanta Braves. The Mets just split a 4-game series against the Braves. We lost the first 2, won the last 2. Cool. And then we just won a series against the Royals, but the one we lost, we scored 12 runs. When you score 12 runs, you would think you would win, but you don't because your pitching lets up 16 runs.
That's why we go back to the virtual world. That way,
that's literally it. It's really hard for me to deep dive into a franchise and last this long without losing interest or stop playing for a while and then go back to it later. No, I am midway through June.
So actually, I just saw, I believe right now, MLB The Show is half off.
Yes, they always go half off around this time of the year.
So I believe I may have to make a purchase this week.
Well, if you do make a purchase, we could play against each other online.
Yeah,
that's only if you want to, Anyways,
you can only hoist so many trophies in a year. I mean, it's.
Well, they don't have online franchise. Online franchise apparently is a dying thing in sports games. Whatever, but yeah, I just made a big trade in my franchise. I tried to trade for Zach Wheeler because he got put on the trade block, and this one they got rid of the trade logic. It's basically fog of war whenever you offer a trade, and you can only offer it up to 4 players, so up to 8 players in each trade. So I tried to trade for Zach Wheeler, and they wanted like he's on the Cardinals because I fantasy drafted everything on this. Drafted all 93. Yeah, it was a long time. But with this, the Cardinals have like one of the worst teams, but they have the second best farm system. I think the 15th best, so I'm right in the middle. They wanted like 4 of my top 6. I said I can't do that. So what did I do? I called up not Oakland, sorry. I called up the Athletics, and I got Kevin Gaussman, who is the same age, who is 9 points lower. He's an 86, if that tells you how high of overall Zach Wheeler is. And Zach Wheeler has 2 years on his deal, so this year and next year. So I got Kevin Gaussman, who's expiring, and I only had to give up 2 of my top 4. So no, 2 of my top 6, but one of them is my number 1 prospect, who was Ryan Clifford. But he's a first baseman. I had no use for him, unfortunately, because I have Monoteka Murakami.
Okay.
And I just traded for Giancarlo Stanton for DH. So it's a bit different. Giancarlo Stanton, he's like a tin man when he's out there. It's boom or bust. Like, literally, I had a 105-mile-an-hour screaming line drive going to the corner, and I only get a single out of it. Like, he is a 5 speed out there. Like, I traded my starting catcher, Carlos Narvaez, for Adrian Morhan, the left-handed pitcher. And then I scrambled, and I had to trade for another backup catcher. So I have Moises Ballesteros, who is just hit or miss for me. And then I have Luis Torrens now, who I had to pry away from San Francisco, who wanted a lot for him at first. And then I claimed JT Ginn off of waivers, and I was able. For some reason, he's listed as a relief pitcher. He's never had a relief pitcher appearance. It's weird. So I changed him to a starting pitcher, and his rating went up by 10 points. So I just threw him in a trade with like 2 like garbage prospects, and I got Luis Torrens super easy. But I have the best team in baseball. Juan Soto is a cheat code in that game. I am midway through June, and I almost have 100 RBIs.
Holy cow!
Yeah, and I play an All-Star. And All-Star, it can kick your teeth in a little bit. So, but that's how it's going for me. I'm the New York Mets, like obvious. But I have Jacob deGrom is, I think he's 6-0. Without he has no decisions,
right,
but no losses. So,
yeah. I don't know if I want to do, when I get the show, if I want to do fantasy. I did fantasy draft on 21, and that's an all day thing, man.
You better have like 3 hours cleared for this, maybe more, because once you get to like
when you're trying to fill out your AA team, you're like,
here's the issues I ran into. I pride myself in knowing baseball, but it was tough to draft from 30 to 93. So my last 63 picks were just tough. And what I also do is that when I draft players, and I know they're good in the minors, but like they have a D, or a D potential. Like Nick Morabito for the Mets, for instance. He's a D. He's going to be like a 4th or 3rd outfielder at best. He has a D potential. Like, why? Like, why does he have a D potential? Well, there's AJ Ewing on the Mets. It was originally a D. Now it's a C after the update. I'm like, why? Like, Ewing is performing and almost hitting 280 in the majors now. Fucking up his potential. And it's just stuff like that. My problem
with the fantasy drafts is it sounds great at first. And I love the idea of getting all these players, Then you start playing, you're like, but I want Nico Horner, and I want Dansby Swanson, and I want, this prospect that I love, like Moises Ballesteros or whatever. Guys that you watch every day, you fall in love with as a fan, and all of a sudden they're playing for the Tampa Bay Rays or something because that's who they got drafted to. You're like, I don't know. I kind of want that guy back on my team now.
Yeah, like for me, the Pittsburgh Pirates, I played them my first series. They had me against the ropes, offensive-wise, because offense for them, they have Francisco Lindor starting shortstop, Pete Alonso starting first base, starting second base is Jeff McNeil. I'm like, what the fuck? So, in hindsight, that is 3 tribute videos on opening day.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. That's one way to think about it.
Yeah, I'm like, what is this? Like, not only do you have like in my mind, if this was real life, you would have 3 tribute videos. They're in that because they are very long tenured Mets. Pete Alonso, most home runs as a Met. Jim McNeil, won batting title as a Met, and then
Right.
Lindor. Obviously, he was a superstar for us. He still is, and it's like,
He's going to be MVP someday.
but it's fun. I mean, there's a lot of like top 100 prospects that is a low overall, like Luis Laura that we saw play last week
Yeah.
for the Sounds. He's like a 61,
See,
and the game doesn't have him as a top 100 prospect.
that's the other part I don't like sometimes with the game. Like when you go that low, it's different. Like in the NFL, that might be a little off for Madden, the ratings or whatever. But in minor league baseball, like how thoroughly did they really go through the thousands of players that make up minor league baseball?
Exactly.
So you're going to miss some because there's some guys, like you said, even in years past, when you're playing, like, like this guy's killing it in the majors now or in minors now, and on here, like he ain't making any roster. He might as well be a free agent.
Oh yeah, and also when you're done with the fantasy draft, I could guarantee you a few free agents. Any relief pitcher over the age of like 38. Yeah. Justin Verlander. Andrew McCutchen.
Yeah, the game definitely takes into account age.
Yes.
It also takes into account potential because the computer will leave guys on the board that have a higher overall, but the potential is crap.
Yes.
And so that kind of makes it a little murky too. Whereas you don't anticipate the computer being that smart, which I guess in hindsight you want it that way because it's more of a challenge. But
yes,
somebody's going to take a guy like McCutchen for veteran leadership and clubhouse stuff, morale, stuff like that. But I get why the computer does it. It's going to play smart. But
yes, yeah. Like I looked at, I think when the season started, one of the teams had like 8 of the top 100 prospects. I'm like, now guys, like let's be real.
Right. All right, well, let's jump into the socials and get the stupid song out of the way so we can actually get into the heart of this week's episode. So let's hear from you in the socials and then that stupid Tim McGraw song. All right. Sorry. I probably should step away and throw up for a second, but I don't know why I ever agreed to have that damn song play in this podcast. But actually, I can't wait. I think the weeks that you're not here, which is not often, but the weeks that you're not here and somebody else has to fill in, I'm gonna have to find a different song to use because
that's classy. Yeah. If I am off a show and you replace that with, let's say, Go Cubs Go, I will boycott, actually.
I think the song would depend on who fills in. If it was Griffin, it would be tailored to him. If it was Drake, it'd be tailored to him, Daniel, whoever steps in. So
yeah. All right. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
But all right. So first segment of the show, quite a bit to talk about because it's the wrap around the world of sports. I know there's a few big things that you kind of pointed out. All
right. So over the last week and a half of Major League play, Nick, there were 3 bids at least at a no-hitter, or 1 bid at a no-hitter, and 2 bids at a perfect game. Eury Perez for the Marlins got pulled after 6 perfect innings, and they pulled him. Jared Jones, he had 7 perfect innings, and they pulled him. Now, Jared Jones, this is like his 6th start post Tommy John surgery in the majors, so he was on a pitch count.
Right.
And then Dylan Cease lost a no-hitter in the 9th inning against the Giants.
He was pulled or he lost the 9th?
He lost it.
Okay, so
he brought it to the 9th inning, and I think the first batter in the 9th, Heliot Ramos, the outfielder, broke the no-no up. So, which leads me to ask you, what's your stance on how long do you let a pitcher go?
So I know, before I say my opinion, but I know a lot of people are going to say you have to protect the players from themselves. That's what manager's job is to do. That's part of what a skipper does, is protect players from themselves, whether it's a pitcher, whether it's somebody playing hurt, whatever it may be. And normally I would kind of side with that. But in a situation like this where it's history, it's a chance to put your name in a book that not a lot of names are in, whether it be a perfect game, no hitter, whatever it may be. I think the one with the pitch count is a little different because the guy, like you said, just coming off of surgery. I think that one you have to go have that conversation with him and say, look, man, I get it. Now, it would be different if he was into the 8th inning or 7th inning maybe, or finished the 7th inning. Then you start thinking, okay, maybe we can push it a little bit more. But I think that's a discussion you have with the pitcher first. You have to say, look, man, right now we're tempting fate. You blow your arm next inning and you're out for the next year and a half, whatever, you may never recover. I mean, yeah. So that one's a little different. That one's a little bit more nuanced. In general, though, I say you leave it up to the pitcher. You say, how are you feeling? What's the pitch count? How are you seeing things on the mound? Talk to the catcher, like, hey, what are you seeing from this guy? What is he faltering? Is he still got the same stuff he had, a couple innings ago? That kind of thing. But I still think you go to the pitcher and say, how do you feel? What do you want to do this? And be honest with me. If you don't want to do this, I'll take the heat and say I pulled you. If you can feel the rubber starting in the elbow, tell me now.
Yeah,
because I'll be the bad guy. That's part of being a skipper too. I'll be the bad guy and yank
sometimes
you.
Sometimes you got to take that guff because there's a few instances with the Mets. Obviously, Johan Santana, who's the first complete game Mets no hitter in their franchise history.
Mm-hmm.
I think he threw near. It was, I want to say it was like 130-ish pitches. And that was a season coming off of he had like a really big shoulder surgery that not a lot of pitchers come back from. And he came back and he pushed way past his pitch count. Like his pitch count was supposed to be like maybe 100, and he, blew by it. And Terry Collins asked him like, hey, he didn't ask him, he didn't talk to him. It was just like, you have a chance at this. This is the first one in franchise history.
Right.
Like nobody was up in the bullpen that entire game. And then there's a different one. Whenever Max Scherzer came off the injured list for one of the few times of his career with the New York Mets, he pitched. It was his first start back, and he pitched 6 perfect innings against the Brewers, and they got taken out.
But see, I also think if you're a manager, I know this is going to sound weird. I think if you're a manager, I think you go into every game thinking this could be the day that happens. What am I going to do? How am I going to handle this pitcher? Because every pitcher is also different. Like you said, some guys healthy as a horse, he's rocking and rolling. If it happens to be his day that day, okay, we're not even going to have this discussion. We're just going to keep on rolling until he says, "Hey, my arm's jello. You're going to have to take me out."
Yeah,
or like a guy coming off of surgery, guy coming off of a big deal, or a guy that has been shaky. And also, I think that's in between innings. That's when you talk to your catcher too. Like after 3-4 innings, you realize, okay, this guy's going to start pushing towards that territory. You start pulling the catcher aside, like, hey, you let me know what you're seeing. You let me know if he's losing something. You let me know if the control just is not what I'm seeing.
Yeah, you got to build that trust.
Right. But I do think a lot of it has to be what you don't want to do is a guy that just is feeling great. His arm is there. Everything's there. The control's there. Like this is one of those moments. And you're just like, nope, it's the 7th inning. We're yanking him no matter what. Like you can't, I don't think it could be that cut and dry. I think there's got to be a little bit of nuance to how you handle that.
Yeah, like the Eury Perez one. Whenever he finished the 6th inning, he was going to go into the clubhouse and chill for a minute because they were in Sacramento playing the Athletics. The manager literally had to like catch him and be like, "Hey, man, like you're done."
Yeah.
And then the first batter in the 7th inning, the bid for protection was just pissed away with a single.
Look, I know in a lot of sports, every sport, you hear the word analytics. Analytics. A computer tells you based on percentages, this is what you should do in this situation. And everything is checked. Every kind of situation you could face in any sport has been checked and researched. And, there's whole departments for every franchise that handle stuff like this. Sometimes, though, I think it's just go with your gut. Like that's what sports was. That's what sports is still to an extent. Sometimes I think the percentages and the analytics get in the way of just play ball. Just come on.
Like pitch counts getting in the way too much now because it's stuff of legend now. The stuff that Nolan Ryan would do, stuff that Tom Seaver would do, Doc Gooden, you name it. Of course, I just named, former Met pitchers, but that's just, great ones I could think of off the top of my head. I'm sure, you could add, like, Greg Maddux. Like, you telling me, like, if Greg Maddux is at, like, 85 pitches in the 6th inning, you're going to be like, hey, man, I need the ball from you? And he's pitching a gem? No.
So, yeah, like you're trying to tell me Kerry Wood's 20 strikeout game. You're trying to tell me, like, after the 7th inning, and he's got whatever he had at the time, 14 strikeouts, 15 strikeouts. Do you think they're going to be like, hey, I don't know, man, his pitch count's getting a little up there. We need to yank him. Like, no. He was absolutely dealing. You don't mess with that. You don't even have that conversation.
Yeah, whenever a day like that is happening, guess what? You don't even talk to him. Talk to him.
You brought up Greg Maddux, and this is a similar vein, but it's one of those, do you follow the unwritten rules or do you follow what common sense tells you to do or in analytics, whatever? So Greg Maddux, rookie year, Chicago Cubs.
I know what you're talking about.
He's not even an established major leaguer yet. He's trying to get to the major league level. They bring him up. You have to have, so many innings pitched to qualify for.
Yeah, I think it's 40 something, and then you lose your rookie year eligibility after that.
All he had to do was finish the next, I think it was 2 or 3 innings, and he would have hit that mark, and he would have been good to go. And I think it was Rick Sutcliffe that tells the story. He was the Cubs. He was their veteran at the time, one of the better pitchers Cubs history. But anyway, so Sutcliffe is telling the story. Andre Dawson gets hit in the face with a pitch right in the face, like takes him out, knocks him unconscious at the plate. He's laying there. He gets up, immediately comes after the pitchers. They had to, it's like a wild animal. Like he was going to kill somebody. They actually they took the pitcher out of the game because they were afraid.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. If you go back, he's removed from the game. The other, I think it was San Diego, takes him out of the game. He's done. Of course, Dawson's done. He had numerous injuries.
Yeah.
But you're Greg Maddux. You're the starting pitcher for the Cubs. You know what has to happen. Mm-hmm. Next inning, you have to hit the first guy, which happens to be catcher Benito Santiago, one of the Padres' best players. I'm pretty sure it was the Padres. But either way, it was Santiago. And they had to – Sutcliffe's like, look, if you hit him, you're getting tossed. If you get tossed, you're going to miss your innings eligibility.
There's more of a story with that. Greg was having a shaky year that year as well. Right. And they told him, like, if you don't make it to the 6th inning and have a good start, like, you're going to get demoted.
Right. You're going to the minors and you're not going to hit your qualifier. You're not.
Yeah. And, like, there was a chance that at the time, Greg Maddux was just another guy another prospect that could just falter. And Maddux, apparently, like, from the story you're also telling, was crying.
Yes.
And he was like, I got to do the right thing. And what did he do? First batter, beamed him.
He said, Sutcliffe's like, you don't do it. And he said, Maddux looked at him with tears in his eyes and said, I have to.
It's the right thing.
It's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
First pitch drills him and he gets tossed. I think they said he gets sent back down to the minors. He finds himself in the minors, has solid outing after outing after outing, gets called back up at the end of the season and never
saw the light of day of AAA ever again.
Yeah. But I mean, that's the thing though. Like, don't let common sense, or I should say, don't let overthinking get in the way of just do the right thing.
Yes.
So it's the same vein. Like, you have a guy that's rocking and rolling, going 7 innings deep, perfect game. Now, granted, if the 6th inning or the end of the 7th inning was a little shaky, okay, maybe you start having a discussion. We're going to go into the 8th, give him the first batter and see how things go. But to just yank him after a perfect game, no less, through 7, I mean, come on. Like, this guy has a chance to be one of very few in the history of one of the greatest games there is. And you're going to yank him because a computer told you so.
Yeah, it's definitely something for sure. Because, like, I don't know. I believe in, like, letting them out there until it stops. Like, if it's past the 6th inning, you're on your own until it stops. Or if it's just a starting pitcher, then the starting pitcher needs to just chill. Or I mean, if he's like, hey, coach, I got nothing left, then that's when you trust your bullpen the most. That's exactly it. But Now, Nick, there was a trade in the NBA made. Kawhi Leonard. Pretty big trade, yeah. Kawhi Leonard traded back to Toronto for 2 unprotected first-round picks, 2 pick swaps. I think they were first-round picks. I don't remember. And then Brandon Ingram and Grady Dick. Well, apparently the NBA told the Raptors, like, hey, like, something might happen here. You know, beware. You know, this would be completely on you with the end of Kawhi Leonard. And they were like, you know, we want the deal. Come on, let's process it. Come on. And then, well, it's been 11 months since the aspiration stuff came out. And, well, I guess the NBA is starting to see something they don't like.
So for those that don't follow the NBA, you said the aspiration stuff. Explain what that means.
So aspirations, many people don't know what it is, still to this day. It was a supposed tree company, like a tree planting company, I think. I just know it was a tree company. I don't know exactly what they did with trees.
Right.
But if it tells you anything, the owner is in prison. He had to get federally indicted. He's in prison for 15 years. Steve Ballmer helped invested with it. He was one of the lead investors. Steve Ballmer, if many don't know, is the owner for the Clippers. And apparently some of it was like no-show jobs that got paid to Kawhi Leonard. And for many that don't know, no-show jobs is a mafia term. And it's where you get paid.
They were laundering money.
Yes.
To avoid the salary cap.
Yes, it was circumventing the salary cap. The Clippers were. And what the Clippers are doing now, once the guy for aspirations got canned, like he got thrown into the fucking prison for 15 years, they are crying wolf. They're like, oh, we didn't know. This is like a bad investment, all this, that, and the other. I mean, look, if your owner was a lead investor and they wanted a superstar of your team, which happens to be Kawhi Leonard, who's a top 20 player whenever he's healthy. Kawhi Leonard they were like, all right, Kawhi, we're going to pay you. And Kawhi's like, okay. They paid him a lot of money, apparently, like multi-millions, like 20-something million, I think close to 30-something. But with it, you know, it's kind of illegal to do that. You can't circumvent a salary cap.
It's not illegal as much as it's unethical for as far as the guidelines of the NBA. But my question to you is, do you punish Kawhi or do you punish the Clippers?
Oh, I think the NBA is going to do both.
But I mean, if you're Kawhi and your agent negotiates your contract for you.
No, Kawhi's a Fed member that's his agent, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
But apparently,
what I'm saying is, but he didn't negotiate the contract. And if the Clippers come to you and say, hey, this is how we're going to pay you.
Well, okay. Here's this. When Kawhi Leonard was going into free agency, after he left the Raptors, he was requesting a special clause in like ownership of something, which is illegal. And that's why the Raptors backed out of a Kawhi Leonard deal. That's why. And then the Clippers were like, okay, yeah, we'll help you out. Like, it was such a big deal to the Raptors that they brought it to note to the league. And that's illegal. You can't, like, guarantee ownership of something else. Like, not team ownership, like something else ownership, like a company ownership. And, well, obviously, if the Raptors brought it up to notion, they kind of knew something might have went down. This is 2019. Here we are, 2026, many, many years later. So who knows how much money Kawhi Leonard has been laundering, essentially. Well, not laundering, but, you know, circumventing a salary cap. Because, you know, it's a big deal. It's a really, really big deal because we've never seen something like this in the NBA. We really don't see something like this in sports in general. So I'm curious on what they could possibly...
This is old college sports type stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, this is literally... Like, I was talking to Griffin about this, and people speculated that they would, like fine Kawhi Leonard or suspend Kawhi Leonard and then, like, take a first-round pick just this year's recent first round pick from the Clippers. Well, if it's pausing a trade, it's going to be a big deal.
I think, and if you're going to go that way, I think to punish the team, I think you almost go death penalty, SMU, and you just swipe out no draft picks for the next 2-3 years or whatever.
Yeah,
no draft.
That's what I thought. I was thinking, okay, what they might do is I think they could honestly suspend Kawhi Leonard, and then whenever they suspend Kawhi Leonard, I think there's a chance we might see a team up for sale.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do something that's what you don't want is other owners going, wait a minute. All I got to do is give up a first-round pick, and I can save a shit ton of money off our cap, and we can get more players. All right, I'll give up a first-round pick this year. You want to make sure it's a strong enough punishment that no other team's like, maybe we could pull this off.
I think if now Adam Silver is a bit as a softie, we all know this, but what I would honestly do, I would remove him from ownership, put the team up for sale. That's you know what? What would the former commissioner of the NBA, David Stern, do?
David Stern is the exact opposite of Silver. He is not a softie, or was not a softie by any stretch of the imagination. He would have made an example out of the Clippers again. What is with the Clippers? What the hell is going on?
I don't know. I just finished up a book. I'm almost finishing up. It's Showtime, the book of the Lakers from the 80s. I'm listening to the audiobook. I'm in the final 3 chapters. First off, I didn't know that the Clippers were I knew the Clippers were bad, but I also didn't know the Clippers have been bad since you were a teenager.
Okay. Oh yeah, no, they've been bad for a long. They used to be. Well, they've always been a laughingstock.
Yes, I didn't know that to the point of I also didn't know they were in San Diego.
Yes.
Yeah, San Diego Clippers, and they moved to Los Angeles, and it just, whatever.
And honestly, they should have just stayed in San Diego. They were alone in San Diego. Now they're just overshadowed by the Lakers at every turn.
Yeah.
There's a reason. Obviously, Sacramento's not a very good team. It hasn't been a very good team for a long time. But nobody ever compares them to the Lakers because they're in Sacramento.
Yeah.
Same thing with Golden State.
Well, San Diego is a bit of a weird situation because San Diego had the San Diego Rockets. The Rockets moved to Houston. I forget I think they were the Buffalo Braves, if I remember correctly. The Clippers were the Buffalo Braves. I don't remember their team name, but they were in Buffalo. They go from Buffalo to San Diego, and then they go to change to the Clippers, and then they were in San Diego for a few years, and then they moved to Los Angeles. Yeah. It's what the fuck?
So, hear me out. And this will never happen, ever. But it's something that I could see Adam Silver doing. And honestly, I would watch it. I would volunteer to be a part of it. Let's say you're the NBA. You get rid of the ownership of the Clippers again. And there's a void in ownership. You could sell the team, but why not? You need some kind of eyes on the product. You need attendance at games. You need people to watch. Everybody loves reality TV. So why not you as the NBA financially back the Clippers for, say, you give it 5 years. You're going to do it for 5 years. So there's going to be a void in ownership for 5 years. But in that 5-year term,
well, it wouldn't be a void. They would remove him from ownership, and then they would just put it up for bid for $9 billion.
I mean, you're going to put a hold on that. You're not going to sell the team for 5 years. The NBA is going to financially back it, keep it afloat, like they do the WNBA forever.
Like they do the fucking Pelicans.
Kind of. But what you're going to do in that 5 years is you're going to have a reality show with whatever you want to put it on, ESPN, whatever, and it's going to be a conglomerate of 5 people. 2 fans, 2 former Clippers players, and a former executive. Those 5 people are going to make up the ownership of the LA Clippers for 5 seasons.
Jesus Christ.
But, I mean, to see, one, a little bit of backstage behind the curtains, what goes on with running a team.
Yeah.
What all is involved in that. The fallout, how do you recover from that? How do you negotiate contracts? It's almost like the NFL Hard Knocks, but on a different scale because you're watching it for a whole seasons at a time. But could you to get the fan perspective, the two fans that are involved in this, are, whether they could be diehard Clippers fans, they could be just diehard NBA fans, whatever. But when you have an executive who's been in this, who's done this before, then you have two fans going, well, no, why don't we just trade all of this for that? Or why don't we do that? Just to kind of get that vibe. But also, you may have somebody goes, well, we would never, ever do that. Well, yeah, that's why we need to do something like that.
Yeah.
We would never, ever do that. Just that kind of thing. And again, it would never happen, but it's something I could see Adam Silver going, this is fantastic. Like, this is exactly what we need to do. Like, he's the opposite of protect the shield. He's like, how do we sell the shield at every turn? Or the logo, I guess, would be the.
I'm sure if Roger Goodell could do that. Oh my God! You don't think Roger Goodell would love to get all the owners of the Packers together and have them?
The problem with that is there would be so many restrictions on what the NFL would be allowed to be showed and talked about.
Yes.
That I kind of get it, which is why I think the NBA would be like, no, we'll definitely do that. Let's. Who cares about collective bargaining and all that stuff? We're going to show everything.
You got money for me, huh?
So, but to your point, the Clippers have been a laughingstock, continue to be a laughingstock. These last two things, though, that have happened with the ownership go beyond bad basketball decisions.
Yes.
They go beyond product on the court. Like
it goes to how you are as a human being, with Sterling being just a racist.
Yes. A piece of crap.
And he wasn't just being racist in general. He turned out to be just a filthy, disgusting racist. But do you remember the African American he was referring to?
Kawhi Leonard.
No, Donald Sterling was referring to Magic Johnson. When he told his wife, "I don't like it when you bring these people to my game in the owner's box." Well, the people she was bringing in was Magic Johnson, and as you were alluding to, Nick, where at the time, I don't know, the Clippers and Lakers shared the Staples Center.
Right.
Like what the fuck? And it's just stupid petty stuff. And then you have Ballmer in there. He's super rich. I think he used to be like
Microsoft.
I thought it was Amazon. Anyways, something like that.
I'm pretty sure it was Microsoft.
Okay, well, he's filthy rich.
Yeah.
I think he's the richest owner in NBA right now. But he put his own money into the Intuit Dome.
Wait, he's the richest owner in the NBA and still had to try to circumvent the salary cap because he didn't want to.
Yes, a league to where you can go to a luxury tax. Go to a first apron, second apron now. And that's just based on how much the ownership is willing to pay.
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Just crazy. But as crazy as that is, it's not as crazy as about what we're about to attempt next. But before we get to that, we have to play probably my second favorite part of the show. And there's no cool way to transition to it, but really, when you think about it, this iconic horn and song don't really need a reason to transition. So for the next, I think it's like 17 seconds, just sit back and enjoy Chelsea Dagger. I mean, it warms my heart every single time I hear that song. And that horn. I mean, like, come on. It just means three Stanley Cups in 10 years is what it means. It's so much more. But one day you'll get there.
One day.
Pace the Predators are on. Sometime in the next 40 years, you guys will have 3 cups.
40. Okay. How about you pound sand, buddy?
But what we had been alluding to, segment 2, the big segment of the show. We love doing fantasy drafts on this show on Virtual Press Box. NFL fantasy drafts, Major League Baseball fantasy drafts. I don't think we've done an NBA one yet, have we?
We have not touched NBA.
And at some point, I would love to tackle an NHL one. I think that'd be a lot of fun. But probably our most ambitious one is taking place here in just a few seconds, and that is minor league baseball. We had a few restrictions, no service time, and I'll be right up front. I'm not as good at following that as Ricky is. So at some point, I'm sure you're going to call me out on a couple of guys that maybe have had a small stint up in the big leagues. But I'll apologize ahead of time. Second of all, you had to resurrect a defunct minor league baseball team.
Oh my God.
And one that had ties to a major league team at one time.
Yes.
So the North Pole Knicks, unfortunately, could not be used.
No.
Because they were a collegiate summer team. So
before we dive into this, I just want to, we could talk quickly about how we feel about minor league baseball. Minor league baseball is really, really cool. And it's looking like the major or the ownership is really just wanting to slow it down and kill it. Why? Well, it comes down to dollars and cents.
Yep.
That's all it comes down to. But me and Nick love going to Sounds games. We go to a handful every single year. We're blessed to be in driving distance with Chattanooga, with Nashville. Of course, Nick goes to Memphis quite often, so he might catch a Redbirds game eventually one day.
Also Knoxville, the Smokies.
Yeah, Knoxville Smokies. And then there's Huntsville. There's Louisville Bats. There's the Charlotte Knights. Yeah, there's a lot in this area to make up for the...
mascot?
Huh?
What's Huntsville's mascot? Do you know?
They are the Rocket City Trash Pandas.
Oh, the Rocket. Okay, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. They have the Charlotte Knights, which we've seen play before.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen the Trash Pandas play before. They're a AA affiliate. I saw them play against the Lookouts a few years ago, and it was pretty cool because the most known name for the AA team of the Angels is Torrey Hunter Jr.
Oh, nice.
Given, obviously, I think that's the highest level he ever made it to.
Right.
But it was still pretty cool because, whenever he came up to bat, that's when, you noticed a majority of, 2,000 people were, getting up to record. Well, pit ball knowers, people that knew of him.
Right.
There was people that would just go to games, but, it was really cool because that game, I took my sister to that game for her birthday as a birthday gift, and we went there. It was really, really cool.
So,
but,
you talk about minor league baseball and what it means. How special minor league baseball is. I would never, ever in a million years root for anything associated with any of the rivals of my favorite teams. I'm not rooting for the Brewers to do anything. I'm not rooting for the Packers, the Predators or Red Wings for hockey. I'm not rooting for, I don't even know who the Bulls' rivals would be.
Pacers,
I guess, maybe. But the Lions, the Vikings, screw all that. Iowa football, Nebraska football. I'm not rooting for any of that stuff. I love the Nashville Sounds. And yes, they are a Brewers affiliate. I would never root for the Redbirds because they're the Cardinals affiliate. And if I lived in Memphis, that I might feel differently. But being in Nashville, seeing the Sounds, experiencing that stadium and that atmosphere, as long as they're not playing the Iowa Cubs, I will root for the Sounds and love every second of it every single time we see them. I've been watching Sounds games on TV when we can't go to the games.
Ironically, that was our first minor league game.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. And it got rained out.
That was it was either the first one or second time we went. It was the Cubs. Hap was on a rehab assignment.
Yeah. It was the second time because we went early in the season.
Mm-hmm. So,
but the first, I think we've seen between the Iowa Cubs play the Sounds, we've seen the Marlins affiliate the most, which was the New Orleans Baby Cakes, and then they transferred to the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp, and I don't know, it just happens anytime me and Nick go to a game, it's the Jumbo Shrimp playing. We went last week on the hottest day of the year, melted in our chairs the entire night, and we spoiled ourselves. We normally get third baseline, first baseline. We were behind home plate under the awning.
Yep.
You were not safe from the humidity that game.
No, but at least we were out of the sun for the first half of the game.
Yeah.
Then the sun went down, but the humidity was still there.
Yeah, but if anybody who wants to go to First Horizon Park, and you know what, in general, do not sit third baseline. You will have the sun in your eyes until about the seventh inning. if you want to enjoy a game without the sun in your eyes, sit first base line. And it's also really cool because the bullpens are on foul territory of the outfield.
Yeah.
It's really cool. That's something I enjoy about it. Is that like I got a ball from that before? Colin Ray threw me a ball.
Well, I mean, first of all, cost effective like no other to go to. As far as major league sporting events go, it's super cost effective.
Yes.
Concessions are not terrible. Usually there's some kind of deal that they have going on anyway most nights. That's one of the things that minor league baseball is great for, is promotional things to get people to go to the games.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time it's not super, super crowded. There's usually fun stuff to do around the ballpark as well, especially if you have kids. It's usually, I mean, obviously the Sound's AAA baseball, so you're going to see usually some very good baseball being played. And most of the time you're seeing guys who are just moments away from getting a call-up. I mean, you're going to see some guys who are going to end up in the big leagues, and you're also going to see some old-time favorites that just never get that full-time call-up, and you fall in love with them. Like, they become kind of some of it's a little bit of a running joke, but also it's good to see them there.
Yes, yeah. The player that me and Nick have fallen in love with on the Sounds is Mr. Tyler Black.
Yes, it's not a game till Tyler Black comes up the plate.
Exactly. Like, I think there's only been 2 Sound games I've been to, and he hasn't played.
Yeah.
Swear to God.
I mean, he's like you pointed out in the pre-show, he's gotten the call up a couple times. He's had a little bit of major league time. He had a 4-hit game we heard about this last time. So he's had some time, but he's going to spend the majority of his career, I believe, at the AAA level, which is fine. I mean, it's
nothing wrong with that.
He loves at a high level. So
yeah, I think I remember once he was like a top 30 prospect, but he's graduated that. He's not top 30 anymore because the Brewers have literally one of the top minor league systems. Like, they have the most in the top 100.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Like Luis Lara, we saw him play. He gets called up 3 days later.
Yeah.
And his first thing, Go ahead, Nick.
The last game we saw, he had a homer, right? Didn't he?
I believe so.
Yeah, pretty sure
Jefferson Cuera also had a home run. He's been in between majors and and AAA. It's just really cool. Like, when we saw some like career journeyman pitcher throw, and he gets tagged for 4 runs in the first inning.
Like, ugly 4 runs. Like, it was ugly baseball.
Yeah, like full count, single, full count, walk, double, whatever. And then
we were hearing him big time. Like, it was not a quiet 4 runs that he gave.
No,
he was hearing it.
And then 4 shutout innings afterwards. I think they only ended up with like 3 more hits the rest of the game than Jumbo Shrimp.
I think it was 3 more hits, 1 more run, maybe.
Yeah, maybe 1 more run. But
he was the definition of calmed it down between innings. Like,
oh my God, yes.
Yeah, he was almost unhittable the rest of his time out there. I think he went into the 7th, didn't he?
He pitched 6.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it was just good baseball. Like, it was cool. And like the Sounds, like, what they've added to their stadium is like when you hit a home run at night, they have the LED lights and it's red and blue for the Sounds colors. It's really, really cool. We've been there for Star Wars nights. They give away lightsabers. I have my lightsaber literally over here. It still works.
Yep.
I don't think you've ever opened any of yours.
No, actually, they're sitting right here. Both of them are still
in the plastic.
Still wrapped. Yep.
Very nice, very nice. But like for me, I'm going to a Lookouts game next week, and they have a brand new stadium. It's first year of their new stadium, and I'm looking forward to that. So, but with all of this being talked about, we had to look through the annuals of MLB, a league that's been around since the late 1800s, and find defunct minor league baseball teams. There is a Wikipedia page that I looked through for hours, and I'd be like, "Oh, this is a cool name." Well, guess what? No major league affiliate. So we had to find a team with major league affiliates. Nick, what team did you choose?
I went with the West Tennessee Diamond Jacks. They were out of Jackson, Tennessee. Actually, I'm tomorrow or Monday on my way to Memphis. I'm going to drive past Pringles Park, which is where they used to play. They were the West Tennessee Diamond Jacks. They transitioned to being the Jacksonville Generals. They were a AA affiliate of the Cubs before they became the Knoxville Smokies. So,
that's cool. That's cool.
So West Tennessee Diamond Jacks. And as we go through this, we'll put up the logos and stuff like that so you can see everything.
If we could find any logos, because some of these,
I found.
Okay,
well, I found for your team and my team, and I found for our Gimme 5. I found mine. I'll have to look for yours once you name them.
Okay. Well, for me, I was digging, and this name just caught me off guard. I said, you know what? This is a very, very funny name to me. And they were a major league affiliate for the Philadelphia Athletics, Chicago Cubs, and Detroit Tigers from 1932 all the way until 1948. So they have some history. So I went with the Moline Plowboys. Now, they are from Moline, Illinois. So that's also pretty cool.
Yeah, that's one of the things about minor league baseball. Even current names like the Rocket City Trash Pandas, there's no chill when it comes to some of the mascots, and especially the old ones. When you go back, there was a lot less politically correct.
Oh, yes, and just a lot like for instance, I found it was a AA for the Indians at the time. And the team's name was the Redskins.
Yeah. So some of that, there's some that are way worse than that we will not bring up on this show. But
no.
But yeah, so one of the fun things about minor league baseball, though, is the mascots and kind of even like the Nashville Sounds. Okay, it's the Sounds, it's the guitar scoreboard, it's the pick as the logo. But within those crazy mascots, and then the Sounds is probably a pretty tame one, there's also the alternate mascots.
Yes.
Like for the Latin American promotions, they have the Viluelas. And there's also, we saw the last week that it happened, the Nashville Hot Chicken.
Yes, Nashville Hot Chicken.
Yeah.
Which was a cool concept. Like, stuff like that's really cool.
It's a weird concept when your mascot is a chicken.
Yes.
And the alternate mascot is Hot Chicken, and one of the logos is a thing of fried chicken.
Yes.
So, and I don't know how Booster feels about that, but
no. Well, screw Booster. He cheated me out in a race before. All right. Anyways,
West Tennessee Diamond Jacks, Moline Plowboys. We're doing 3 starting pitchers, 2 relievers, a closer, then going around the 9 positions or the 8 position players,
and a DH.
And a DH. I think to throw you a curveball. Get it? Because we're doing baseball.
Yeah. Okay.
Who's leading your club? Who's the skipper?
As much as I want to, you know what? I gotta go Rick Sweet. Come on. He's iconic in minor league baseball. He has the most minor league baseball games managed. Never had a major league interview. He just gets your guys ready. Like, I was thinking about going Wally Backman, but I have to go Rick Sweet.
So I'm going with a bit of a surprise, only because I can't use him as a player because of the time spent up in the majors. But I think he's going to say, hey, you know what? I'm happy with my career so far in AAA, but it's time for me to lead a club and really teach the next generation of baseball. So Tyler Black is going to lead the West Tennessee Diamond Jacks. He's going to move down I-40. Yeah.
Awesome. Look at that. Tyler Black, an official Tennessee resident.
So, all right. So who's going first? Who's got the first pick?
Who went first last time? Was it me? It was me. Yeah. Nick, you go first.
All right. I'm going to go first. I am looking, I want to go position player first, which is a dangerous concept. I know, because there's a lot of good pitching, but I'm going to go shortstop Eli Willits from the Washington farm system.
Wow. Okay, Eli Willits. That's the number 3 overall prospect in baseball. He's a shortstop. All right. So for me, I am going starting pitching.
Okay.
I'm going the number 5 ranked prospect in all of baseball, Cade Anderson. Cade Anderson this season, he's in Double A for the Mariners. He is 8-1 in 14 starts with a 1.36 ERA.
Okay.
So Cade Anderson,
Yeah.
come
He's on my
on
list.
down.
He was on my list.
Yeah. All right, Nick.
I want to shore up that double play combination, so I'm going to go second base.
All right.
From the Mariners farm system, Michael Arroyo.
Okay.
Arroyo.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good one. I'm trying to think what trade they got him in. I don't remember. I don't know. But all right, so you went there. I think I am going to go center field here. No, he plays all 3 of the outfield, so I might be able to move him around eventually. Right now, I'm going outfielder Mike Sirota for the Dodgers. He is the 11th ranked prospect in all of baseball. This man has a 72 consecutive on base game streak in the minors.
Wow.
And he's played 77 games right now this season. And he's batting .319 with 88 hits. He plays all 3 spots in the outfield. So Mike Sirota, come on down to the Plowboys.
Sounds so funny when you say that. Okay. You know what? I am going to stay in the infield.
Okay, so you have the corners left.
Got the corners left. I'm going to go. Let's do the hot corner.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go from the Washington farm system, going back to Washington. Yohandy Morales.
All right. Yohandy Morales. Base.
I almost went DeVries from the Athletics.
He's a shortstop. He's 19, and his ETA is this year, which is crazy. Leo DeVries. Yeah. But Leo DeVries is number 2 in all of MLB, in MLB ranking. So I'm going to go number 1 for shortstop, Jesus Made. He is in Double A for the Brewers, and it's only a short amount of time until we see this man in Nashville. His ETA is 2026. Jesus Made, the number 1 prospect in all of baseball. He's batting .276 in 76 games, and he has 9 home runs, 58 ribbies. Like, this guy is just a baller.
I had him as my number 1 DH candidate. So,
Jesus Made a DH is crazy, Nick.
Well, I wanted to get him on the field. I could move. I mean, I could always move him wherever I needed to move him. I wanted him on the starting roster. It's a hell of a pick. So, all right. So I'm number 4, 4th pick for your West Tennessee Diamond Jacks. I do need to have an ace, someone to take the ball game 1. I'm going to go from the Marlins farm system, Carson Milbrandt.
Okay, he's really, really good. If I remember correctly, Carson is on my non-active list in my Dynasty Fantasy League. So I have him. He's good.
All right. 4th pick.
Pick number 4. I think I'm going to go with I think I'm going to go my closer, just to go ahead and nab him. He has the most appearances so far in minor league baseball with 40, and this is loading, just so I get his name correct. I am going Eddie Yeen. He's 2-1 with a 3.51 ERA, but he has 40 games pitched. So, and he's a closer.
What farm system is he out of?
Rockland? I think that's Rockland. Let me double check where Eddie Yeen plays for, if this will load for me. I'm going to write him down. He is a Nationals affiliate.
So Washington seems to have a hell of a farm system.
Yes.
All right, so number 5 for me, pick number 5. Need to get someone in the outfield. Got to get that started. I'm going to go center field. Also a Mariners prospect, Lazaro Montez.
All right.
I have not strayed too far. It's out of my 5 picks, 2 Washington guys, 2 Seattle guys, and a Marlin. So,
All right. So for me, I am going to go somebody that I have on my dynasty team in my fantasy league. I'm going Walker Jenkins, center fielder for the Minnesota Twins. He's in the Twins affiliate. He hasn't made it to the majors yet.
Are you drafting him to play center?
Yes, he's a center fielder only.
So where's Sirota going?
I'm putting him in left field. I'll put Sirota
So Walker
in left field.
Jenkins,
Center field. Twins
Jenkins
affiliate. He plays for the St. Paul Saints.
Okay.
Batting 306 this year. But his issue is that he can't stay healthy fully, so I don't like that. But, he's good for a fantasy draft like this. All right, Nick, next for you.
Left fielder. I think this is I have a couple. I only have 2 Chicago Cubs prospects listed.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of them. Josiah Hartshorn, left field, Cubs farm system.
All right. So, catcher for me, I'm going to go the newly called up to Double A catcher. He's the number 2 catcher in all of minor league baseball. I'm going Alfredo Dunno. He is Double A for the Lookouts and in the Reds system. 24th prospect in all of baseball.
Nice. Okay. And you'll get to see him.
I do get to see him, hopefully.
Okay.
Hopefully I get to see him.
All right. So pick number 7 for me. I'm actually going to go reliever. I need somebody coming out of the pen. Going to go in your neck of the woods, actually. Somebody from the Mets organization.
Is it Jeffrey Young?
Will Watson.
Will Watson, okay. All right. What level is he in?
I believe he's currently double.
Okay, so he's in Binghamton. All right.
I can double check.
Watson.
Sure, but
I know that name. I keep up with a lot of the Mets farm system, so I
would hope so. If you call yourself a fan.
I keep up to the point where I know names that is on the Dominican League team that we have. So, yeah. But the guy I was going to go for my next pick, I think he's had major league playing time. Let me check. Oh my god, yes. This guy has over 200 games in the majors. No, 43 games in the majors. He has a great name, but an awful name for a reliever. You can't pick him, obviously. But his name is Scott Blewett.
And yes, Watson is a Rumble Pony right now.
Okay. Rumble Pony is just a great name. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So next for me, I am going... Has he played in the majors? Damn, 136 games. Reliever is tough to draft right now. This is really... Relief pitcher is a no-go for now. Because right now I am filtering through the best starting pitchers, like stat-wise. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I know exactly where I'm going to go. This guy hasn't had a major league experience. I'm going to take him from the Syracuse Mets, Jack Wenninger.
Pitcher? Starting pitcher?
Pitcher, yes, Jack Wenninger. Right now, he's 4-5 with a 3.50 ERA. But he has control issues, so that's why he has more losses. But also, the Mets farm system hasn't been faring too well this year because they aren't playing the best. To the point where the Mets on Baseball America before the season started were 7th, and in Baseball America they dropped to 24. That's not good. All right, so my rotation so far is Cade Anderson and Jack Wenninger.
So I need another. I need to get another starting pitcher in there. So let's go. I'm going to stay in the Pacific Northwest. Go back up to the Seattle farm system. Ryan Sloan.
They have a really, really good farm system. They have it's a crazy good farm system. It's just fucking. Seattle needs to do something so they don't become the next Baltimore Orioles.
Yep. Okay, 8th pick for the Moline Plowboys.
Yes, the Plowboys are on the clock. They're looking over everybody. There's no stone unturned right now. I think there's 2 players I'm looking at. I just need to. Ooh, God, no, he's having an awful year. Both of those are no-go. Cool. All right, so I am going to go James Tibbs III out of the Dodgers farm system. First base. It's no fair that the Dodgers are as good as they are, and they have as good as farm system that they have. No fair. No fair. No fair. No fair. Now, Nick, who is up next for you?
For me, I need somebody to man first base and staying outside of the Mariners organization and the Nationals organization and going middle America to the city of Cleveland, the city of lights, the Guardians organization. I'm taking Ralphie Velasquez,
Yes.
first base.
He's the top ranked first base prospect. So let's see what I need here. I need a second baseman, I need a third baseman, a right fielder, a DH. I need a starting pitcher and 2 relief pitchers. So looking at my list here, there is a whole lot of guys. But I think I'm going to stick with the Brewers farm system. I'm going to go Andrew Fisher, third base. He is in Double-A.
Okay.
Fisher is batting .292 this year in 2 different levels. So I will definitely take that. 75 hits. He's played 74 games. 28 home runs in 2 systems. So you get the pop.
Nice.
All right, Nick, up next for you.
All right, I'm going to go. I need a DH, especially since I've already filled center field. But DH, and it just pains me to do this because he's coming out of the Cardinals organization.
I think I know who you're talking about.
But I got to have somebody with this last name on the roster because it's just, But center fielder Joshua Baez.
Yeah, Joshua Baez, that's one that I would have went with as well. He's so good. I'm gonna fill out that reminds me, I'm gonna fill out my outfield and I'm going to move this is the last change here. Sirota is going to go to right field. I'm drafting left fielder Hector Rodriguez. He is in AAA and this man is tearing it up in AAA. He was a New York Met prospect at one point in life, but we traded him to get none other than Tyler Naquin in 2022. People say, who is Tyler Naquin? That's the fucking point, because Tyler Naquin was a fifth outfielder, sixth outfielder at best, and Hector Rodriguez is killing it. I think he's batting .292, and he has near 30 home runs. So
Yeah, he's got 23 home runs right now.
Yeah.
He's with
the Reds.
Huh?
He's in Louisville right now.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they said Twins. I was like, no.
No. All right, Nick, what spots do you have left open?
I need a catcher. I need right field. So Hector Rodriguez would have been nice to have in right field.
Yeah.
I think I am going to go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the guy I'm going to go with. Nope, I can't. Damn it, he's been in the majors.
It
threw me off.
Is he a pitcher? Because that's the big issue.
Right fielder right now.
Okay.
I'm going to go from the Dodgers organization, Zaire Hope.
Okay.
And I got a real quick, I think I might have missed one. Who was your 9th pick? The guy before Hector Rodriguez?
Jack Wenninger?
No, Wenninger was 7th.
James Tibbs?
He was 8th.
Andrew Fisher?
Andrew Fisher.
Fischer. Fischer.
And what is he?
Third base, Brewers system. AA. I need to make sure this player that I'm looking at for my next pick hasn't been in the majors. He is the 10th ranked second baseman in the MLB ranking. He's coming from your neck of the woods, actually. I'm going James Triantos, second baseman. He's in Iowa right now, suffering. With nothing to fucking do.
Well, yeah, because he's not going to be playing second base anytime soon for the Cubs. So,
well, it says second base / outfield on his profile. So, if you need an outfielder, you might need I know you guys need a fucking right fielder for sure.
Hey, Seo's fine. Seo's just fine.
Okay.
Keep his name out your mouth.
All right, Nick. Next for you.
I'm thinking about going catcher here.
Okay.
Although
there is a catcher that is ranked higher than Alfredo Dundo, but I don't know if you want to touch him because he's in a rival organization.
Well, there's a catcher that I had my eyes on that I really like. He's the other guy. But honestly, yeah, I was going to go Owen Ayers from the Cubs organization.
Okay.
But I think I'm going to I'm going to the Baltimore farm system.
Okay. They have a good farm system.
Creed
Williams, okay.
Currently in AAA Norfolk.
Yes.
Yeah. Creed Williams, catcher, Baltimore.
All right. It is difficult trying to find a AAA relief pitcher that doesn't have a lick of major league time and one that has decent stats. Like, I just looked at Reese Nur for the Sounds, and he has 2 appearances in the majors. All right, so let's see if this guy is good here. Because I'm trying to go relief pitcher. 3 games pitched. Jesus Christ. This is This is a task right now.
Yeah, so I got one reliever and a closer left and a starter.
I have DH, starting pitcher, relief pitcher, relief pitcher.
Okay.
You know what? I think I'm just going to go to the system. Yeah, okay. Jack Winninger is already gone. Oh, yeah, this guy is fantastic. I'm gonna go Jonathan Santucci for the New York Mets. He is
Reliever?
a AA. No, starting pitcher. That is one thing that we are good in. This guy is 2-6 with a 3.77 ERA, so he has the Jacob deGrom curse. In 16 games started. So Jonathan Santucci, come on down.
Okay. So I need a starter. I round out my rotation. Again, I'm going to have to go Memphis. I'm going to have to go from that damn Cardinals organization. I'm going to go starting pitcher Quinn Matthews.
Okay.
There's a ton of actually good starting pitching prospects that we have not touched on.
There's a whole lot that we haven't even looked at.
I mean, Thomas White, Seth Hernandez, Andrew Painter.
Oh, Painter's been in the majors.
Oh, has he? Okay, well.
Yeah. He hasn't fared well. He hasn't fared well at all. There is just a whole lot of guys here they are not, it's just something. Like, trying to find a relief pitcher right now that hasn't had major league experience. Good luck. Good freaking luck. Like, I am just seeing if there's anybody in the Met system that is worth half a fuck.
Well, we're in the Met system, so
You're telling me. It's just whatever relief pitching we've called up because it's not been good for us. It's been awful for us. Let's see here. I need a DH. Let me see if I can just get a DH really quick. You know what? I want some pop. This guy has some pop, but his average is horrible. He's in the Met system. He is our top batting prospect. He's batting 196 this year with 16 home runs, had 29 last year. DH, I will go Ryan Clifford. We got him out of the Justin Verlander trade.
what's his normal position?
Corner, outfield, or first base. They just love to fucking do whatever.
Well, I mean, you know. Okay, so I need a reliever and my closer. Man, I cannot believe I'm doing this. I'm going back to the damn Redbirds. No, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Just because I can't bring myself to do it. Let me check one other guy. I was kind of going back and forth.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm going to do this. Okay. I'm going to go relief pitcher out of the White Sox organization. Going David Sandlin, currently AAA Charlotte.
All right.
Relief pitcher David Sandlin.
So I found a relief pitcher that is decent in the Mets system.
Doesn't have to be a Met, you know that, right? You can go all of
I know
baseball.
I can go all of baseball, but I'm going off the guys that I know. This guy is 29, and he hasn't sniffed the majors. He was in the Dominican leagues for a little bit, but people might know him for something else, not for pitching. His name is Jeffrey Yan. The Mets have him. He is 2-1 in AAA and 0-1 in AA. He has made 29 appearances and he has an ERA of around 3. Jeffrey Yan, come on down. He's a left-handed pitcher that gets a lot of strikeouts, but with his strikeouts, he also likes to showboat a little bit. So that infamous pitcher that the Rockies brought in a few years ago, that danced after a strikeout or jumped off the mound after a strikeout, this is your man Jeffrey Yan. So my closer, his last name is Yeen. This is Jeffrey Yan. So let's see if there's another relief pitcher out there with a Y.
That's right now you have the yin and yang as far as setting up your 8th and 9th inning.
Exactly.
All right, so last pick for the West Tennessee Diamond Jacks, pick number 15. I need a closer. I'm going down to high A.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Currently in the Yankees organization, Hudson Valley Renegade, 22 years old, lefty, actually 6'7", 211, throwing lefty. It's basically a Dominican Randy Johnson out there.
It's a big man.
Henry Lillane.
All right.
He is currently 67 innings pitched, 2.8 ERA, but 6'7", 211 pounds, lefty, throwing smoke at you from the mound is an intimidating presence.
Yes, and for me, I found my final relief pitcher without spending 9 minutes to look for him. Jack Ralston on the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp roster. He is 28 and hasn't looked at the majors yet. This year, in 30 games, he is 4-1 with a 1.1 ERA in 49 innings pitched, with 61 strikeouts.
Okay, so Rick Sweet makes his final pick for the Moline Plowboys. Tyler Black's roster is set with the West Tennessee Diamond Jacks. And there's a lot of guys that obviously there's a lot of good guys in minor league baseball. You can't get everybody on a roster, but there are some guys, obviously Jefferson Caro, that has had major league time, so you can't call somebody like him. Tyler Black, we talked about.
Yeah.
Leo DeVries, Johnny Level, Franklin Arias, Max Clark, Charlie Condone. There's just a lot of good names still left out there. It tells you how good the state of minor league baseball is across the country. But
yeah, like we didn't even look at Jose DePaula, outfielder for the Dodgers, 4th-ranked prospect in all of baseball, batting a slim .322.
I went back and forth between him and Hope, both out of the Dodgers organization. I settled on Hope.
I shamelessly went to the Dodgers organization, I think twice, maybe 3 times.
But DePaula is definitely a good get if you can get him. So
yeah.
But teams are drafted, but that's not the end of the show.
No, sir.
We still have the hottest segment that anybody would pick, no matter what draft choice you had. So, and of course, what amazing segment would that be?
This segment is Gimme 5.
Self high five.
That's right, Gimme 5. And in our pursuit of finding names for our expansion resurrection project of minor league baseball, we came across tons of names that we did not use. So this is Gimme 5 is the 5 best, or your 5 favorite unused former minor league baseball team names, and ones that are of the clean variety.
That one you had to do some digging for to find a decent name.
And some of these, I'll admit, are from they played 2 seasons from 1908 to 1909.
Yeah.
So
but yeah, you go to a Wikipedia page of defunct minor league baseball teams, and Wikipedia has pages inside of Wikipedia to sort through all of this, and it goes A through Z. So you
So
could just imagine.
we'll do 5, 4, 3, 2 honorable mention, and then name our top pick.
All right.
All right. So since I drafted first, I'll let you go first.
All right, so my first one are the Welch Miners, like not miners like underage children, but miners as in mining, like the coal mines. They were a team from 1942 until 1955 with 2 minor league titles, back-to-back years. They were affiliated with the Braves, Philadelphia Athletics, the Reds, Braves, and then back again the Philadelphia Athletics.
Where
So
were
like
they? Where are they out of? Like,
they are in. Let me look here. They are in Welch, West Virginia.
okay.
All right, Nick. Next for you.
For me, it's a little too early in the morning, or else I would have been. So I'm having some coffee. Normally, I have a different drink in my hand during the show, and this one, as soon as I saw it, I knew it had to be on the list somewhere. But
Okay.
out of Kentucky, the Paris Bourbonites.
Bourbonites. Jesus
And their
Christ.
logo was literally a bourbon glass with legs and eyes and hands that was half full of bourbon.
Only minor league baseball.
And that's, I mean, can you imagine the giveaways and the
Yeah, what you could do with that
promotional
nowadays? Like, come on.
how Kentucky does not have a minor league baseball team, single high A, double A, doesn't have to be whatever, that resurrects that name. I mean, come on.
I don't know. It's just something. So, number 4 for me, I am pulling up their Wikipedia page as I speak. But I'm surprised you didn't go with this team name, Nick. They were used for 2 seasons, from 1956 to 1958. This team was called the Superior Senators. They were out of Superior, Nebraska. And they were a minor league affiliate team for the Washington Senators. So the Superior Senators.
Okay. I gotta admit, I don't think I even saw that one.
Yeah. That one stuck out to me. It's like, wow, that is something.
So number 4 for me, out of Iowa, and this one, the mascot is cool to me. I think I love it when they do off the wall mascot.
Yeah.
So out of Iowa, the Davenport River Rats.
River.
I mean, come on. It's just,
yeah.
I'm sure it's some knockoff of Mickey Mouse as the mascot, but you know.
Oh, I'm sure there's something. All right. So going to number 3. Number 3 for me. I'm going the Shreveport Swamp Dragons.
See, that's just a cool mascot.
Out of Shreveport, Louisiana. They were a minor league affiliate from 71 all the way until 2002. Their last 2 years of existence, their last season of existence, actually, they were the last 2 seasons, they were the Shreveport Swamp Dragons. Beforehand, from 71 until 2000, they were the Shreveport Captains.
Yeah, see, Swamp Dragons are so much better than Captains.
And then they moved to Frisco, Texas in 2002 to be the now known Frisco Rough Riders.
Also a pretty cool mascot. Still not Swamp Dragons. Come on.
Yeah. And like
character.
Like this team from in the 90s, they had 3 minor league titles. So that was really cool. 5 division titles, 10 first half titles, and 7 second half titles in their entire existence. And they actually have a decent, like, from what I've seen, they have, like, a decent, like, Wikipedia page for the team. So that is something that you really don't see too often.
All right, so number 3 for me, I actually went a little international, went north of the border.
Okay.
So went to the province of Ontario, up in the Great White North of Canada, and went with, I mean, this one is just, it's a cool vibe all the way around.
Yeah.
the London Werewolves. I mean, come on.
That's perfect.
That's yeah. I mean, now that team has had a couple different names. They've been the
Okay.
Kalamazoo Cougars. They've been the Kalamazoo King. I'm sorry, the Canton Cougars, Kalamazoo Kings, Kalamazoo Kazoos. I think at one point is what their name was.
That's a
But yeah,
weird one.
London. They move up to Ontario, Canada. The London Werewolves. I mean, just what you could do with the mascot, with the uniforms, with the setting of the stadium. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Everything.
all right, so top two.
Number 2 for me, this one stuck out to me, and I almost used this one. I'm going the Norfolk Elkhorns. And not Norfolk, Virginia. This is Norfolk, Nebraska. They were a AA affiliate from 1936 to, or I don't know which level affiliate, because they have like Class D, Class C. I don't know all that stuff. They were an affiliate for the Cardinals for 1936, and then from 37 to 41, the New York Yankees. They have 2 titles and 6 or 6 conference titles. So that is nothing to sneeze at.
Okay, so I went to the Hoosier State, the great state of Indiana, a place near and dear to me. But this is kind of like the Paris Bourbonites, kind of like the River Rats, kind of like the Swamp Dragons. This is a name from front to back that just sounds like minor league baseball. It's the Muncie Fruit Jars.
Fruit Jars.
Muncie,
That one
Indiana.
stuck out. Yeah.
The Muncie Fruit Jars. I mean, come on. Like, that's
a really good one. But now
for comparison, and one of the Cubs minor league affiliates is in Indiana. It's in South Bend.
Yes.
That's their single A. And it's the South Bend Cubs. It's like, look, I love the Cubs. You know that. It's generic. Come on. Have some fun with it. Like, be something unique to South Bend or unique to Indiana or Northern Indiana or whatever. Like, to just use the Cubs, it's like, okay.
Yeah,
like Knoxville Smokies. That's a Cubs affiliate too, but it's the Smokies.
Yeah, like the Syracuse Mets. I think next season is I think this is the last season as like known as the Syracuse Mets. I think next year they get their own like branding. So that's just
right.
Really,
like
really
they have
cool.
the Rumble Ponies. Like that's
they do have the Rumble Ponies.
Even the Cubs High A is the Myrtle Beach Pelicans. Like that's
Yeah. But what they also need to change, like for the Mets' sake, like their St. Lucie team is just St. Lucie Mets.
So I just named the Cubs have a minor league team in Indiana and in Iowa. You could have the Iowa River Rats and the South Bend Fruit Jars. I mean, come on, like what are we doing? All right, so your number one. Oh, actually, no, your honorable mention.
Honorable mention.
Use.
Let me pull up their Wikipedia page really quick. They were used for a minor league team for 1 season. The Pocomoke City Chicks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, where's that based out of?
This does not tell me. Oh, Pocomoke City, Maryland.
Maryland. Okay.
Pocomoke City, Maryland. So this leaves us with your honorable mention, and then time for the number 1.
I was torn. There was 2 that I really wanted to go with. I settled on 1 just because of all the cross-platforming you could do with it.
Yeah.
The New York City Gothams.
Oh, that's great.
There was also the Marquette Undertakers, which was a close one.
Okay.
But New York City Gothams, I mean, come on. Gotham City Ballpark, the DC crossover. I mean, there's just so much stuff you can do. That was unintentional. I had an itch. I didn't really mean to do the
okay.
Williams. But, so yeah, New York City Gotham is my honorable mention. But so now, yeah, we gotta end the show with your number 1 unused minor league baseball name, that defunct name.
This team literally screamed out to me when I was looking. They were a minor league affiliate for the New York Yankees in 1933 and in 1934. They use this name really from 1899 until 1934. This team is none other than the Wheeling, West Virginia Stogies.
Again, kind of an awkward giveaway at the game, but
that's when you have to show your ID card.
yeah, that's a good one though. I see again. That's just fits the vibe of minor league baseball.
It does.
So for me, this one again, just the cool factor and what you can do with the mascot and the uniforms. Number one, unused defunct minor league baseball team name out of Ohio, the Springfield Reapers. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
How do you not have the Grim Reaper with a baseball bat, sickle, as your logo?
Well, probably the same people. It's the same reason why you can't have the Tampa Bay Devil Rays anymore.
Oh, stop. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, that's a whole other show for another time. Like I get there's political correctness to an extent. I get it.
But there is a hockey team called the New Jersey Devils. But
right.
So
come on.
You take a little, you give a little, whatever. We can't have the Cleveland Indians, but we have the Indianapolis Indians. So what are you gonna do?
Oh, and the whistle means this week's episode has come to an end. No flag on the field, but the end is nigh, so they say. So it's sign off time, and I don't know if you're going to stick with baseball after this baseball heavy show, or if you're going to go another direction. Obviously, you're sporting the horrid navy and puke yellow of the Nashville Predators.
No, I'm legitimately looking forward to this next Predator season. I'm glad they are not with FanDuel Sports Network anymore, to where I can get News Channel 5 and the game will be aired for free. Well,
Yes.
obviously you got to pay for your cable service or
Right.
Get a satellite. But I'm riding high with them right now. Let's go Preds. Like I'm looking forward to the schedule release later this week or next week. It's something like I've oftenly scroll back to the photos I took at games this year and videos I've taken. It's just something I'm honestly looking forward to. Like I feel really giddy about it.
So obviously we didn't really touch on it earlier, but just a quick. Connor Bedard suffers a horrific fluke injury a couple days ago. Just in practice, literally just falls awkwardly on his left shoulder. Thankfully, left shoulder, not his right shoulder, has major surgery. He's out for 4 months. 4 months sounds like a long time, and it is. And he's going to have to go through rehab and all that stuff, knock the rust off. But 4 months, to put it in perspective, is only really the first 3 weeks of the season. He'll miss the preseason in the first 3 weeks of the season-ish.
Well, it's also an 84-game season this year.
Right. It's a long. Well,
it's spaced out. It's spaced out.
Right. So, but it's also just in general, hockey is a long season. So,
yes,
in perspective, he's missing a very small amount of time. It's just unfortunate that he continues to have these fluke things come up where he has to miss time. And,
like when he fell, it was like the base of the wall just perfectly like hit his shoulder.
Right. It wasn't a huge hit. It wasn't a cheap. It was in practice. It was just
just training.
But so I'm not as giddy as you are about the beginning of the season, but I am excited about the NHL season. I'll be more excited once they're back at full strength and can go from there. But my sign off, look, I'm going to keep with minor league baseball. And, I could say let's go Sounds, but I think just more appropriately to cover the breadth of it all is just play ball. So that's this week's show. Between this recording and when we air the next one, which should be Saturday of next week, I believe is what we talked about. There's really only one thing that you need to do between now and then. And what's that?
That's watch sports. If I remember correctly, the All-Star game is next week for MLB.
Yep.
So you can enjoy the All-Star game, the home run derby. Yeah. But you have to suffer through watching it while it's in Philadelphia. So there's that, if you just want to like throw up a little bit. if you watch the game for too long, you'll pick up like a drunk buzz from watching it for too long, because the city of Philadelphia is nothing but a bunch of belligerent assholes. But
you are one fan in Philadelphia. We appreciate you listening. And Ricky's comments do not reflect the entire virtual press box.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Here's the disclaimer. But yeah. But there's that. There's NBA Summer League if you want to be a sicko.
And hey, there's baseball, man. Minor League Baseball, Major League Baseball. There's plenty of baseball.
Plenty of baseball. There's no hockey right now. There's no football. For those of you enjoying College Football 27, go enjoy it. They removed the microtransactions. They announced that today because they're like, whoa, we didn't mean to fucking do this.
Well, they meant to do it. They didn't anticipate the backlash. They meant to do it like that.
Yeah.
EA is famous for one thing, and that's extracting every bit of money they can out of their fans.
That's why Star Wars Battlefront 2 died a slow and horrible death, because all the microtransactions, and they were like, none of this. Everyone's like, screw this.
Yep.
But yeah.
All right. Well, have a good week, man. Hopefully the Mets turn it around after the All-Star break, but if not, you got the show. So
I do have the show.
All right, man. See you.
Put it in the box.
So long, everybody.